1 second. You're live. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's give a couple
Hello,
of minutes.
Yeah. Let's wait for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, let's give a couple of minutes for people to join in. And
Sure,
then,
sure.
you know, we can just because we really don't know how many people will be viewing it. Right now, it's streaming on your screen, my screen at the end of the day, right?
Sure, I'm just checking.
Just have a check if it's on your screen also.
Yeah, it's working on my screen.
Yeah. So you can talk anything, like don't just, you know, there are 3 people viewing it right now.
Talk about
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. It's only 3 people watching it right now from your side. So I don't know how many. You just want to wait, or you just want to start with the show, or whichever way you want. I'm okay.
2 to 3 minutes. We'll just wait. We'll just wait for another 2 minutes.
Wait. You want to wait?
We'll
yeah, fine. Okay, fine. So I'll just mute myself.
So shall we start?
There's 9 people now, so go ahead. If you want to start. I'm all good.
Sure, then let's start. So, Hello one and all who are watching this program. Hope you're doing well, staying safe and fit. So I would like to just give a brief introduction about the speaker, that is Deek Parassini. He's a positive influencer speaker, and Deek believes that life is all positive and negativity doesn't exist. Give him few minutes of your time and he will prove it to you. Deek is very passionate, energetic and frank in his interactions. He has talked to thousands of people of various age groups and touched their lives with positivity. Majority of his sessions were question and answer format, as he believes that whatever the motivation given to people, if their core problems doubts are not solved, then no motivation can help them. He understands the core that gives a positive solution that shifts their life to a positive direction. Over 16 years of work experience in marketing, sales, engineering, and psychology gives him a wide spanning experience to draw from. Deek's mission is to serve people and the world by infusing positivity in people's lives. His straightforward and frank approach keeps the audience engaged, and he leaves you with the vital information close to life and easy to implement, which will make you a positive human being at the end of the session. He also has some sports achievements such as UAE Championship and ICSC Annual Sports Championship. So in this session, it's a live question answer session, and he'll be talking about some like live question answer sessions about positivity and also some pinch of sports in this. So thank you, sir, for joining, and you can start the session.
Okay, so I really don't know how many people know about me and what I do at the end of the day. So, I would first thank Karthik for organizing this event and bringing me on board to talk to a couple of runners who is going to go and do a friendship run and work it from there, right? So I was a very keen athlete long time ago, not anymore. So what has happened here is that he told me to come down, give a couple of talks, and motivate you guys to do a great run at the end of the day. So there's many ways I do this session. So Karthik will obviously leading the things, and he would comment the way this show has to go. Most of my sessions and talks is question answer session. So basically what I tell people is you can ask me any question between birth and death, literally any question, right? And so since this is all about running, this is all about sports, this is all about athletics in that regards, keep it revolving around that. So it's much more beneficial for you, or whatever question you have, I'm always ready to answer it in the best possible way. So as I told you, all your questions you can put in the comment section, and for sure I will pick it up and reply. That's how the show is going to be, right, Karthik? If you have any other add-ons or add-on points to this, let me know. Or you're all good?
No, we can just start this. Yeah, we can all good. You can start all the best.
So initially, I will just start about my story of my athletics career, of what I've learned and what I've understood throughout my life, because sports was a big thing for me, especially running. I was a short distance runner. I was a 100 meters runner, and 200 meters was a part-time, and a long jump was a part-time thing. So what I used to do is more revolving around athletics, because I had a very great coach. That's the other thing I always tell kids, or whoever is into sports or into running, you should have a good coach, right? Because the coach is what gives you the strategies of how to be a great runner. Because there are many people who are interested in sports, and they try to figure out athletics on their own. They try to figure out running on their own. Yes, if you are a good runner, you will do well. But at the end of the day, if you are not doing it in the right way, which only the coach can tell you, it starts working against you. So get this point very clear. I was very blessed to have a couple of great coaches who trained me for most of the track and field things at the end of the day. So first point, if you want to be a great runner, you need to have a great coach, because they are the one who tells you secrets. Because now, I don't know, if you're on the track and field runner, there's a different things in that, right? If you're on the inner curve, you got to run in a certain speed. If you're on the straight track, you got to run in a certain speed. Your breathing pattern should be right, because if you don't breathe correctly, you can't run long distances. So there's many things in long distance running. So that thing can only be taught by a coach. If you don't breathe right, you don't run right. If you don't run the right way, right? Because when you go on a steep, you got to run in a different way. When you are on a downfall, you should run in a different way. When it's a straight one, when you have so I know many of you are running, and that can only be trained by an experienced coach. So get a coach if you want to do well in running. The other thing, so my career was, when I was in my 8th grade, that's when I was really fascinated about running. So initially, I used to see. I'm just thinking about my past stories and making it. So that's why I'm just thinking about how it all went at the end of the day. So what I used to do is I was really fascinated when people run fast, right? And plus, people give a lot of attention to fast runners. So there was always friends saying that, wow, look at this runner. You have a lot of girls saying that, wow, look at this great runner. So I was really fascinated, man. I need to get this name. So first time I ran was you have this local clubs, so they have these competition. So my first win was not in a run; it was broad jump. When I was really a small kid, where I literally jumped at one place and got that first medal. That's when I thought I have some athletic career. My sister was also a very good athlete, and she was a superstar and athlete. So I was like, I need to get into this. So my first run I did, I was like fourth. And then slowly, I got this coach. He saw my running. He started training me. And then slowly, when I was in my 10th grade, when I was in my 10th grade, my speed was much more faster than the 12th grade student. So that's how I equal to my record. So my 100 meters record was, my timing was around 11.27, right? If someone is a short distance runner, you will come to know what that timing is all about. But then what happened was, when you start being a great athlete, there are chances that you tend to build up ego, right? Ego in the sense means what happens is slowly, when you start going after that, I know how to run and I don't need anyone else. So I was in a constant challenge of telling everyone in the next competition, in my 11th, I'm going to get 5 gold, right? So that was my thing. So ego was so much. Ego was so high that it was this one. So what happened was so at that time I had got 3 gold, one for 100 meters, one for 200 meters, and then I went to the All India School competition and I became that champion there. Again, gold in 100 meters, 200 meters, and long jump. So these are the 3 thing I was doing. So slowly that ego starts building up, and then obviously then 11th was the time you have to compete with the 12th graders. So I know I was going to be the fastest runner. I know I'm going to beat everything. I was in such a state that I won't run in pre-qualification, right? Because you're the best, right? You don't need to pre-qualify. Because I would obviously tell my friends that you guys run. Anyways, I'll just run in the finals just to show off. But, at the end of the day, I'm not interested to pre-qualify. Just auto-qualify me to the first. So that is when my ego slowly started building up. Then what happened is, so I was slowly getting my act back together. And then, I started making fun of other runners, right? So I still remember so I had a serious fall in my life, right? So slowly what happened was I saw this. So we used to have this houses. So you have summer, winter. So there's 4 groups within your school, and we knew that summer was going to be last. So they were doing their selection for the relay team just before the competition. So I was just making fun of them because you have this big ego going on. I was like, why are they going for the dream? They should find a better runner. So I was making a lot of fun. So always remember something: when you're a great runner, never build up your ego. You're a great runner. You have that capacity because of the right people, your body, your practice. So what you need to do is try to build up. Never ever try to build up that ego, because that ego is completely going to destroy you with time. So that is what actually happened to me. So what happened to me is that I was just running. So it was the relay. So technically, Winter House, with the house which I was in, had 3 fastest runners. So literally, we were going to break the record that day, right? For our school record. So we ran. Okay, so we were all Winter House was on the lead, and we were expecting Summer House to be. So there was a Spring House which dropped the baton. Okay, so they are gone. They became last. So what happened is, when I got the baton, because I had so much of ego, I wanted to shift my baton to the next hand. It's just slipped off from my hand. I was like, holy, what am I supposed to do here? So what happened was summer house was coming in, and I got the baton then. So it was summer house first. No, it was autumn house first, summer house second. I dropped the baton. So I was going in after to get that baton, and then I was running. So autumn house guys who was leading and was going to get the medal. There was a small issue with our track, right? We all knew it. There was a small dip in our track. So we always told our system to change it, but they said that's okay, that's a small dip. What happened is the autumn house guy who was going to get first, when you suddenly walk, when you see a sudden dip, you go out of balance. So this guy totally went out of balance and fell down. So he was falling down in such a way that his leg was up, he was lying down and his leg was moving up because of the fall. So now next is I was going to get it. So what happened there is when I was running and this guy was moving his leg, I literally tripped over him. So literally I was in my 100-meter speed. I literally flew in the air for like 2 seconds and bang on, I fell on the ground, right? So, and that was the greatest fall of my life. And that really taught me that this is not what life is all about. And literally I had a small muscle pull on my right back. And after that, my complete career on sports was completely dead, right? Completely trained in all athletics field. I was even doing triathlon. It's this 3-kilometer run, 3-kilometer bicycling, and some meters of swimming. So I was a part of a lot of athletics groups. But then after that, I could run, but I couldn't come onto my peak because whenever I ran, I could run for one shot. But after the run, my pain starts coming in, and then I have to take a rest and go on with it. So guys, don't build up your ego, because the biggest mistake as an athlete is you build up this ego and completely when time comes, it will start hitting you, right? So these are the two great lessons I have learned. And the best thing you learn in sports and in running is you learn how to lose. That is a beautiful experience, because many people, you keep winning in your life. Many people get a lot of things from your parents when you ask them, and suddenly when you don't get that first, when you don't get that second, when you don't get that third, slowly you are just going to not destroy it. Slowly you won't get your true worth. So stay grounded, be thankful to your coaches, be thankful. And the other thing is, I used to skip a lot of training because you're fast, you can do great. So I used to skip a lot of training. My coach always used to tell me that, you have a great future of being one of the greatest runner for India, but then you always mess up. You never come on time. That's the ego again, right? So if you're a serious runner, you have to train, and you have to train so seriously that to make a difference. Because if you don't train, your body will have these issues. So what happened is that I had this fall. If I would have trained very well, even this fall won't affect my muscles. That fall won't have that much of impact, but I didn't train. So that's the reason it went through. And then the summer house guy who we always made fun of got that relay championship, and it was great for them, right? So that is where was my greatest learning. But then I think there was no athletics in my career because God or universe wants to come and spread this positivity. So that's the reason I think I had to move out of it. But that was the greatest learning experience which I ever got, which I've learned and found the importance of this, right? So that's just my sports career. I was like 4 years in sports at the end of the day, short distance. Even I went for long, maximum around 3 kilometers and not more. So yeah, so that's just a quick story. And after that, after my 12th, I've started going after success, because still what has happened is when you fall as an athlete, you lose your fan followers, you lose a group of people who admire you, and that is a big hit. The whole school in 12th was saying that you are the biggest mistake for the school. You were you were totally a useless guy, because I couldn't perform the way I could perform before. Because in 10th to 11th, everyone was looking, man, this guy is the runner who he's going to be. But that same teachers was was looking down at me. I was completely down. I was like, what to do in life? So that's when I completely detached from everyone. So I switched off my mobile. That's it. I'm done with my life. I need to figure out something. I went after searching success. So success means I went and opened up the classified. Karthik, everything is okay? My talk is okay? Just getting a feedback from him.
Yeah, everything is okay, sir. It's fine.
So, no, just to get a feel of how he feels, because he's organizing him. I need to know the feedback. So whatever you do in life, make sure you ask people's feedback. If you're running well, ask feedback. So I'm talking well, I'm just asking feedback from Karthik of how I am. So get feedback, because feedback is very important. Every small trick makes you a good runner. Always remember that, right? Now, what you need to do so what my, then I'll get to my professional life and my work life, just to give an overview. So I started working and studying at the age of 18 because I wanted to get success. I want to have quick money. I opened up the classified and came to know that what you need to be a manager, because at that time my dad told me, go be a manager. That is what you have to do. So what I did was, I thought, okay, to manager, you need 20 to 30 years of experience and an MBA. So I was like, how can I make MBA and 30 years of experience? Because when I did all the calculation, if I do my bachelor's, if I do my MBA and go work for 30 years, I don't want to be a very old manager at the age of 50. So I need to shorten this process. So what I did is, I started working at the age of 18. I worked and I studied the whole life. So I did my BSc in Business Administration from a US university. I started working as a secretary, got promoted once. After that, I started, went as a storekeeper, got promoted as a customer service, went into sales, went into technical sales. And right now I'm still working as a regional sales manager for Middle East and South Asia. That's the actual job which I do. And on a longer run, I started doing my education too. I did my MBA, I did my MSc in business psychology, and then I'm still working now. This, what I'm doing, all my talks is just giving back to the community and nothing more. It's purely in a mission to make positivity free for everyone. That's my objective, so that positivity spreads in the best possible way. I don't know if you know about me or not. We have a WhatsApp group which almost 13,000 people. Being a part of that, and plus, I do a lot of weekly shows where I answer people's question, and that's it. People tend to think that because I had that big ego, I was like, I'm done with all these stuff. I don't want any name for what I'm doing. I don't want any credits for what I'm doing. My objective is only my objective is only to spread positivity in the best possible way, and I'll keep doing it till the rest of my life, and all my sessions will be free. That's a promise which I give to the world, because slowly the positivity has to turn its time. That's why my main reason is for coming here, right? So Karthik, let's go to the questions, or if you have any questions to ask about me, my understanding or my running thing, you can feel free to ask in the comments column and we can take it.
Sure.
Question from Blue Lady. Okay, let's take that first. So Karthik, anything else, or let me take the question?
You can take the question, Deek.
Okay, so the Blue Lady is asking, hey Deek, is it good to run every day 10 kilometers or 5 kilometers? Guys, always remember something. First of all, remember one thing. A 5-kilometer distance runner is different and a 10-kilometer distance runner is different. What you need to do is that the most important thing for every athlete is recovery time, right? When you run for 5 kilometers every day, if you don't give that body to recover from that 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, there is a problem for it. Because most people try to do a lot of hard work, and that could lead to injuries. So make sure you understand that balance and your body capacity. When you know your body capacity, and based on which you have to plan. It's not that I run every day 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers. Your point is, how many kilometers do I need to improve my timings from today to yesterday? Improve my timings, and how many breaks do I need so that my body recovers properly and is ready for another 5 on my top performance. So if you ran one day, I don't know how many minutes to run a 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, I can't talk about it. But the point here is what you need to understand is, if you're taking that first step of running 5 kilometers, you record your time. Next time, if you run another 5 kilometers, record your time. If it improves, great. If it reduces, there is a problem with recovery time. Because if you have run, Karthik, how many minutes to run 5 kilometers approximately?
The best time is 25 minutes, but approximate, yeah, I have an idea. The best time is 25 minutes for a marathoner, but for general people, it might take around 35 to 40 minutes.
Okay, 35. Let's take it, it's around 30 minutes. So you ran today 5 kilometers in 30 minutes. After that, what you need to do is that if you ran 30 minutes, if your next run, you're making it 32 minutes or 35 minutes, there's a problem with recovery time there. So what you need to do is that you have to take a break and then go for the next run and you see if you're making the 30 minutes or not. So always remember, if you can't perform the same leg yesterday, you have a problem with recovery time. So get that recovery time right and then decide, should I run every day? Should I take a break and run every day? Or should I run 5 kilometers and run 2 kilometers and then run 5 kilometers, right? Because sometimes you might have recovery energy for 2 kilometers and not that 5 kilometers. I hope, Blue Lady, I have answered. Okay, Blue Lady is saying that it takes 40 minutes to complete 5 kilometers. Yes, if it takes 40 minutes, find out the next day, can you also run 40 minutes? If it's going 42 minutes, and then you have to work it from there, right? I hope, Blue Lady, I've answered that question. Karthik, anything else you want to ask?
You can just, no. We can talk on offline, not an issue.
Yeah.
We can have it on offline. Yeah.
So what else do I see? I've recently started. Okay, there is Ashi's question, right? I've recently restarted running. Earlier, I had 10K in. Earlier, I had run 10K in 218 championship marathon. Now again, restarted again. My breathing pattern was also improved. Excited to run on Sunday. Okay, so he's just putting a statement. Any suggestion to run, guys? Do you run on a track or do you guys run on open ground? Because it's a terrain run, or is it like you guys have a platform?
Like mostly marathon happens in the stadium, or like mostly it happens in roads. Like we need to run in a particular route map which is provided by the marathon organizer.
Mostly but it's all road, right?
And it's all road. Yeah, it's on road. Yeah, it's on road.
It's not cross country where you have mountains and all. It's all road.
Yeah, even we do that, but like the normal marathons which have been held by Chennai marathons are only on roads.
Okay, so great. So
and they will be directing us to a stadium.
Yeah, so see here, it's running at 21, and any suggestions for your first one is, see, at the end of the day, there is a strategy to run 21 kilometers. Personally, I can't really give you a lot of advice on 21 kilometers, but see, the thing is, there is a lot of mental game also in all this run. Many people don't talk about this mental run. They always go physical and they work on to it. So first of all, you have to feel confidence about yourself that you can finish 21 kilometers, right? Most people are not confident to do it, right? When they go in the run, yeah, I will give it a try. Let me see if I can do it or not. If you're going with that attitude, you're never, ever going to get that thing going on. Second thing is what I normally tell with runners for long distance, you got to visualize the whole thing. When for most people, okay, I'm going to run. You go from that point of view, it doesn't work that way. Because always remember something, straight running is different. But when your elevation starts coming in, your running pattern is different. And when it's a dip going on, your running pattern is different. If you don't know how to differentiate that, then you're asking for trouble again. So first thing is, it's good you're back on running, because running is one of the best exercise. You can always get it. What you need to do is that if you were participated for that Chennai marathon in 2018, if you are improving your pattern and your breathing pattern quite very well, you can achieve greatness, right? So don't see that you have lost that. If you're a runner, is always a runner. Don't ever think that you took 1 day break or 1 year break or 2 years break, you can't run again. But all you need to do is because your body is built in running thing. For me, if someone asks me to run, I'm going to run now, right? But make sure you warm up quite very well, because most of the people you don't warm up, and that is what really destroys most of the new runners. So make sure, Ashish, you have a proper stretching pattern and a proper workout before this running, because if you get a catch, I'm telling you, at whatever age you are, it will never help you in that, right? So that's it. That's just a quick output to tell. Okay, Blue Ladies, more questions are coming in.
That's really good.
Yeah. So let me ask Clement Susai is asking, sir, regular running is helping in positive thinking and positive life. Yes. What happens is that is the best part in running, the secret. When you run, your mind stops thinking. Right? The best part of running is that when you run, your mind stops thinking and it is focused on one goal of finishing the race. That is the best part of race. So what happens is, I tell, sometimes some people tell me, sir, how do I control overthinking? I tell them, go and start running on the ground. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Your overthinking will stop. So physical activities will make your thinking pattern more focused, will make your thinking pattern more strong and more free. So what happens is that is when you are moving your body, the whole body feels good because your body is made to run. Your body is made to walk. Your body is not a stable thing. What happens if I put my hand for a long time straight? What happens there? It's going to hurt with time. So your body keep wants movement. So keep giving that movement. Now, the best part of positive thinking in running is that you tend to think in a very focused approach. You tend to forget everything, right? When you go in nature, right? Do you think about anything else? No. When you think about running, do you think about anything as you're running? So that's the best part of running, and that's one of the advantage of positive thinking in relation to running, right? I hope I've answered that question, Clement. Okay, so Blue Lady's asking one more question. Runner faces normal. What is the first thing we should take once we finish or run? I am sweating a lot and it is normal. Okay, so the question here is that after the person has done the run, what is the first thing you need to do, right? First of all, you obviously have that heart pattern, right? Because your heart really beats on a very different level. So what you need to do is that first is to calm that heart, right? So the normal principles, what we do is that is what I have been told to do when I'm running, after the race, is just bend down and stand, right? When you bend down and stand, your heartbeat starts. Or if you want, just lie down, because you need to bring that heartbeat into the normal state. Now, different people try out different drinks. Now she's asking, I'm getting myself trained for half marathon. Any special tips? That's the first problem. You yourself is myself training. When you are myself training, you can only run to whatever you can do. So what you need to do is that find a right person to coach you who have run that half marathon, or go and read more about this marathon, or go and find that coach. Because I'll tell you, if you're serious about running and want to do a real big difference in your running, you need to find a coach or someone who has experience in that half marathon, who can make you understand. Because I'll tell you, I've been taught by like marathon runner. I have, one of my friends who was marathon, after my school life, after my work, I started running. So he told me, like, do you know the secret of half marathon breathing pattern? I was like, no, what's that? Right? So what he told me was, I'll tell you the secret, try it. Okay. And even Karthik, you can also try it and let me know how the feedback is, because I tried it, it worked out. So what he says is that, take breathe in from your mouth, like take a deep breath from your mouth, like means, right? And hold it and breathe from your nose in and out 3 times, and then release it from your mouth. Right? So it's like you take in, right? So breathe in, and then he was I think in the Dubai marathon he got third or fourth or something like that. That's what he told me. So that is one of the secrets he told me with regards to marathon, right? Breathe in from your mouth once, breathe in and out with your nose, and breathe out from your mouth. You keep doing this pattern. That's the best energy boost in terms of oxygen or running pattern for a long distance runner. That is just one tip I wanted to share, which I've learned from a great marathon runner, right? See, now Blue Lady is asking, is it good to take V protein after every run? See, my point is, guys, get natural food into it. You have a lot of protein shakes, you have a lot of various other things. That is for really a serious athlete who knows how much quantity to be taken, on what quantity to be taken. My suggestion would be, if you're just getting into running, and if you're just getting into marathon or running, if you're just working it out, don't go for these all these protein shakes and protein things, because you have no idea how are you burning all this out or not, right? Because people promote and market a lot of stuffs in terms of protein shakes and protein marketing, but the point is, are you really utilizing your body and burning that protein or using that protein properly? Because most people don't, and for that you have side effects. So make sure you have natural foods in terms of protein, whatever form of protein you want, and do it from that point of view, right? I hope I've answered that question, because when you say whey protein, it is a mixed drink, which I know what you're talking about. Guys, if you're just a basic runner, don't go into this protein shakes and all. That is all kept for that athletes who are really serious, because for them every spoon which they take makes a difference in their performance, and that can only be decided by a coach, right? Because or else you're just drinking it like as a like a fashion. Oh, I drank this one, before running I drank this brand, you're in that point of view. So don't get into this marketing stuff. Eat good food, eat natural food. See, how each food, when you take in, how it's giving you how it's giving you mental strength, how it's giving you physical strength, and work it up from that point, right? Okay, Blue Ladies, all her answers are answered. So that's good. Karthik, anyone else for asking any question? Feel free to ask me any question between birth and death. That's what I tell people. So as long as you ask, I'm just going to divert you in the right possible way, whichever way I can. And yeah, and what else? What else do I talk? Because I'm a person who believes that life is all positive. There's nothing called negativity. I've talked to people who are depressed. I've talked to people who are taking, medications for their mental health. I've brought them all back into the natural way of moving things, because at the end, I'm a person who believes that there is no depression, there is no anger, there is no frustration. Everything is completely created, because when you were a child, you never had depression. Everyone was born a positive person, but with time your positive starts going off. With time you have a lot of negativities coming in, and that is when you call you're depressed and all that, right? So that's what I believe in, and that's what my mission is, to make positivity free for everyone. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, right? So you can ask me literally anything and everything what you're looking for. At the end of the day, people ask me all crazy questions, but feel free to ask, clear your doubt, feel free to clear your mind, and let you all have a positive run at the end of the day, right? Because I'll tell you something, I always say people that life is all positive. There's nothing called negativity, right? If you start focusing on that negative aspects of life, you will know what the real truth is, because every negative situation which comes into your life is life trying to teach you something. When your life is trying to teach you something, if you start improving it, and if you start making certain changes to your life, that is when it starts making that difference, right? People tend to think that I'm a motivator. People think that I'm a motivation speaker. No, I'm just Rajeshwari is asking, can I walk daily 10 kilometers? Guys, walking, there is no problem. You can walk as much as kilometers you want, provided you are dehydrated yourself quite very well, and you take the required breaks which you need to take to fill your stomach, or fill your health at the end of the day, right? So yes, anyone can walk. Walking is never a problem. Feel free to truly walk, but make sure you don't get dehydrated in the process, or make sure you don't get over exhausted. So walk for a few kilometers, then sit if it's overexertion for you, right? Walk for some, because walking is a natural feeling. We all walk. But running, what happens is different, right? Running is different. Walking have a lot of difference in between that. So make sure body is made to walk. It's not made to sit. So as long as you keep walking, and as long as you are hydrated, as long as you have the fuel to your body in the required breaks, you can walk 10, 15, 20 kilometers, right? So next question is from Girish, is asking a question. Hey Deek, if a person has a back pain, does running create any pain? Now, see, back pain, there's a lot of different types of back pains. What you need to understand is what see when I tell you, for me, I had a back issue, but it's not my spinal cord. It was somewhere on my nerves and the muscle. Even when doctors scan, they can't find anything on my back, right? So yes, back will be an effect on your running because you have a lot of jerk which you give onto your body. And first of all, you got to test your body. First of all, start running slowly and see if it impacts you. If it has an impact on your back, you have to pause. You can't supersede your back pain running more. Some people say that you have the pain, go further, run more stronger, the pain will die. Back pain is not like that, right? So if you have a back issue, what you need to do is that you have to test your back of how much your back can take and how much rest your back needs, and then build it up from there, right? So Rajeshwari is saying, in between I will run, no problem. As long as your body is ready for it, go ahead and do it, Rajeshwari. There is no issues with that regards, right? Blue lady again, Deek, one of my question is not answered. Please help me. What is that in runners face normal? This runners face normal. What does that mean, Karthik? Deek, one question I'm not answered. Please help me out with that. Is runners face normal? What's that?
I think the question is incomplete. Like, could you be clear, Mr. Blue Lady, Mrs. Blue Lady?
So yeah, I think the question is not clear. I think I remember asking her question. One more question: is runners face normal? Even you're asking me the same thing there. What is the first thing we should take once that's and sweat a lot is normal? Yes, sweating a lot is normal. That's not an issue at all. Don't think it's a disease or something like that. Feel free. When you run, you will sweat, and different people have a different sweat thing. So there's nothing to worry, but get dehydrated as much as you can, right? Now, next question is, can we do a half marathon once a week and cover daily 10? Blue lady is saying, that's your question. Is runners face normal? Karthik, what does that mean? I really don't understand. What does that mean? That is a question, she says. But just think about it. Let me take Mohan's question. Hi, I've become a fan of your speech. All thanks to God for that. I'm glad I have come across this live session. There you go, Karthik. You have a very good feedback here for doing the show. Would like to know if walking and would like to know if walking and running is effective as the same, or both are effective and different. What I know is it is the kilometers which counts, right? What I know affected the body. If you walk 10 kilometers and if you run 10 kilometers, the only difference is you do one faster and you can do more. What I've read and understood is that it is the distance which matters. But then when you run, obviously you have a complete different pattern which is going onto your body and you finish in a quicker time. But at the end of the day, it is the distance which matters. If you have walked 10 kilometers, if you have run 10 kilometers, yes, that process is different, but then the effect is generally the same. That's what I have came to know about it. I hope, K. Mohan, I've answered that question, right? And as I said, don't be a fan of what I'm doing. I always say, be your own fan. That is much more important for your growth and for your life, right? Keep improving from yesterday to today. Don't compare yourself with me or someone else or anyone else. Compare your yesterday to tomorrow. If I'm running 10 kilometers now, can I make it 11 kilometers? If I'm running 5 kilometers in 35 minutes, can I make it 32 minutes? So keep improving and stop comparing with the great runners. Your job is not to compare yourself, because every time you compare, this is the other problem with many runners. They tend to compare their timing with other people's timing. Because if you compare, you feel demotivated. If you compare, you feel that you are of less worth. If you compare, you think that you can't achieve a certain thing. And the funniest part is, every time you compare, your energy gets transferred to the other person and they will start doing better. See the best fun of life. Whoever you compare to always does better than you, because you're using their energy. You're giving away your energy to them to do well. So I always say that comparison and talking about runners is like prayers, right? What do? Oh, he's a good runner. He's a good runner. He's a good runner. He's a good runner. What happens there? Your prayers are going, he's a good runner here. Your point is, how can I be a good runner? How can I be a good runner? And how can I be a good runner? Right? That's how it has to be done, and work it out. After running, face looks saggy and very tanned, sometimes related to appearance of the face.
Actually, Deek,
Yeah.
I have an answer for that. Actually, that's the runner's face. I actually googled it. So what we call runner's face does indeed that often correlates with the runner's body type and lifestyle. It actually is related to gaunt space or something like the loss of volume and skin elasticity. So it depends upon your volume and skin. So your nutrients mostly
No,
about the
see,
runner's face.
I get it. So about the runner's face. So this is the first technical word, but
Yeah.
she explained after running, face looks saggy and very tanned, and what to do about it, guys. When you really run, and when the sun hits, obviously you are going to get tanned, right? That is one point of the side of the thing, right? So you got to accept the fact. It's not that. First of all, there could be a physical deficiency which you have, which is creating that on your face, but that only the doctors can tell, right? We can't tell from our point of view without seeing what the actual situation is. But at the end of the day, if you're running under the sun, you will be tanned. Accept the fact, right? So if you're a runner, don't go into in this thing that I need to look in a certain way. You will be tanned, and the sun is going to hit you. Be happy, you are getting better vitamin D than other people, right? And your body is getting much more healthier at the end of the day. So that's just a quick thing I can tell about it, right? Yeah. So Nidhi is asking how to improve hair density. See, there are many things in that. It's mostly all your hair is first related to go and look your mom's hair and your dad's hair of how much they have. You can't go better, but obviously, you are going to be around that range. If your parents have a certain type of hairstyle or hair type, that's not going to change. But what you can do is you have, first of all, if you have too much tension, hair is going to go. If you put too much heat onto your head, hair is going to go. If you various other things, right? Some medications, side effects, hair loss is there, right? So make sure you get that right. Keep your mind calm. Again, people are so worried about hair. People are so worried about their looks. Are you doing good things in your life? Ask that question to yourself. Doesn't matter what your hair is, how your hair is. Stop getting worried about this hair, which is temporary. After the age of 60, 70, anyways, is going to go. It is going to change its color with time. What you're trying to now, people dye their hair, right? Let me just a little more see how the greatest joke of life, right? A curly hair person always wants to have a straight hair. A fair person wants to go tanned. A dark person wants to be fair. A fat person wants to be thin. A thin person wants to be fat. The world is all going around in that marketing game which is going on, where everyone is being sold the opposite of what they are, just so that the corporates can make money. The day you stop getting out of this marketing principles, the more happier person you have. If my hair is going, accept it is my hair, it is going to grow. Eat right food, get less tension, so you can stop off this removal of this hair. But the point here is that, guys, don't try to be your opposite. Try to be who you truly are. When you begin to love yourself, the energy of positivity will start reflecting within you. When that energy starts reflecting within you, people won't see how you look, what your hairstyle is, and what you are. If you are a good son, if you are a good daughter, if you are a good husband, if you are a good wife, if you are a good mother, if you are a good father, that is all matters at the end of the day. Because once you leave this world, and whoever, whichever religion, whatever, they have different beliefs. At the end of the day, when you leave this world, whoever you're going to meet after this day, they only ask you one thing: were you a good daughter? Were you a good human being? Were you a good son? If your answer is yes, he won't ask what your hair was, which car you drove, how did you enjoy your life. That is not the question. Were you a good human being is the question which is asked you. If your answer is good, that is it. I'll tell you a best example. I'm not making fun of that person. Dr. Abdul Kalam looks okay, right? He just looks okay. He's short, right? Height wise, he's short. He has a very fancy, not a fancy, the white, grayed hairstyle. But still people worship him. Why? That is the biggest question you need to put into your head. You're all going after the celebrities. You're all going after various things which you don't want to be. And then slowly, you try to make it work against you at the end of the day. So stop getting into that marketing craze of trying to be someone who you truly not. The day you love yourself, that is the day when you control yourself. The day you want to be like someone else is the day you begin to lose yourself, right? The day you want to be like someone else is the day you start losing control over yourself. The day when you love yourself is you have complete control over you. If you understand this concept, I think life is all positive. I don't think you'll be worrying even my hair going or getting bald. Or I know so many people paying tons of money for dyeing their hair. I really don't know why. Why is black hair so much? And on the other hand, in the US, people have blonde hair. They want to make it brown color. Right? It is okay. Learn to accept who you are. Learn to accept how you look. Learn to accept what you truly are. Stop that complex which is created by marketing and medias towards you trying to make that difference. Stop falling into these marketing traps because you are just competing yourself trying to be someone else. You're going to lose yourself in that process. So make sure you don't get that. So that's just a tip for Nanda for that point, because she raised a very important topic there. Don't go after all that. Live a happy life, right? Okay, Karthik, how is it going? Good? You're happy with the show? I need to get feedback.
I am really very glad about the show, and it's really wonderful. I really love it.
Great. So Karthik is enjoying it.
From Sandy Jain.
Yeah. Okay, so the question here from Sanjay is, guys, I'll tell you something, never ever run in an empty stomach. 99% you'll end up having acidity or something revolved around that. Always remember something, there's a pro meal before any physical activities, and there's a so there's a pre-meal and a pro meal between any athletics thing or any workout you do. You have to get that right, or else you will be exhausted. Instead of building up muscles, you will lose your muscles. Instead of building up performance, you will lose your performance. Never ever run in an empty stomach, because it will always start working against your body, because body is not used to an empty stomach, right? I hope I've answered that question, Sandy. Right? Hi, Deek. I'm grateful you took this time out on a busy day to address our small group. Thanks so much.
Hey, go with your feedback.
Oh, there you go. Karthik is very happy today. He's come with a smile with a great feedback from Blue Lady. So, how to deal with failure? The question is asked by Sai Krishna. First of all, failure is not a failure. When you were a child, you have fell so many times, and that is how you have learned to stand. You have fell so many times while you try to walk, and that is how you have learned to walk. And different ages of life will give you different failures, so that you learn about that failure and walk. Every failure is life trying to teach you and tell you where you stand in the life. If failures don't happen, you don't know where you stand. So failure is a test, or when life throws you a test, when you fail, your point is, how do I improve? How do I make a difference? How do I change? So if you keep changing, the failure will stop repeating. If you keep changing, the failure will stop repeating, because the same failure won't be repeated if you came. But when you do the same thing again and again, the same failure comes repeating again and again. So what you need to do is that if some failure happens, how do I grow? What's the lesson life trying to teach me? Let me focus on that and grow, so that the failure is not again. So every failure is a teacher. Every failure is some experiences which life is trying to teach you that Sai Krishna, you have to change. If you don't change, you're going to keep failing. So go ahead and change. So failure is also positive for me. And that's what I believe truly. I hope I've answered that question.
Yeah,
Right?
we have one more
Uh,
question from Priyanka Mohan Deek.
Priyanka, I'll definitely take your word, Deep. Thank you. As you mentioned, it all matters about the distance. I was taught running burns more calories than working. Is it true? Yes, running burns more calories because you have your hand movement also, you're breathing faster. Yes, it burns more calories. That is 100% sure. But at the end of the day, the effect is basically the same. That's what I'm trying to say to that body, right? That's what I've understood, right? But obviously, if you really look at it, moving a hand like this, you can move a lot, right? But moving a hand like this, there is a limit. That is the difference between running and walking, right? But this you do 10 times, your hand will get tired. This you do 100 times, your hand will get tired then. But the time you do this and the time you do that, but the effect of the hand is the same. That's what I'm trying to say, right? I hope, Priyanka, that clears that. Think of this hand movement. I think your idea will be clear. Okay, Blue Lady. Okay, Sandy's feedback. Happy to attend session. Let us know, how do you want to subscribe to my WhatsApp group? You just have to 009715629964446. That's my number. I've messaged it. Just message me, and you can part of it. Running has become a way of life. It like meditation to me. That is perfect. I am a person who believes that when you get busy and when you start doing what your heart wants to do, everyone is meditating 24/7. Anyone can meditate 24/7. Now, when I'm doing my talk, I'm completely talking from my heart. I am meditating right now. When I'm answering a question, I'm meditating. When I am talking to any kids with depression issues or calling people and talking to people, I am meditating. It is easy to stand, go in one corner of the room, close the room, and meditate. But true meditation is sitting in peace in the most disturbing world that many people don't know, right? So, what is true meditation? People always ask me. In a very disturbed world, you still find peace. That is when you're truly meditating, and running is one of them, right? So, yes, running will keep you focused, running will keep you doing what you're doing, and then you got to take it from there. I hope, Sandy, I've answered to that question. That's really great. You have taken running in terms of meditation. One more thing, make sure you don't run away from your problems, right? Sometimes what they do is, I'm so frustrated with my life, let me just run and clear off all my problems. Make sure you don't get into that. If you have a problem in life, go and solve that first and run in peace. Because many people, I'm fed up, I'm stressed, let me go and run. Fix that stress and then run. Don't run away from your problem. That is the other way, right? That is why some people go for meditation to run away from their problem. That problem will always be there with you, whatever you try to do at the end of the day, right? So there is one more question from Brew Lady. Sir, what to have before a run? You said you should not run empty stomach. See, there's many things. I really don't want to specifically say it is. People always say have a mixed, complete diet at the end of the day. Make sure you have it half an hour or 1 hour before, until your stomach feels clean and free, and then go for the run. You can go online and search. Different people have different pattern. See, at the end of the day, guys, I can't tell one thing, because each person's body is made in a different way. Each person's system is made in a different way. So what you need to do is that you got to eat your food and test it in such a way that it starts. If I say that you just have to take in protein and a couple of mixed heavy whole carbohydrates, that's what generally people say. That's just a general thing. But what's applicable for you, only you know it, and only you can figure it out, right? I hope I've answered that question. Gitika is asking, so yoga or gym, which is better? Okay, this is a serious question. See, I'll tell you something, right? Everything has its own benefits. For me, the gym concept is completely, it's marketing. That's what I see. If you go and clean your home in the best possible way, Same thing. You have a wall, scrub your hand very fast, right? You want to go to the down, sit down, stand up and come, and you go down clean. If you clean your home in the best possible way, I'm telling you, you don't need to go to the gym, right? But then if you want to go, see, the problem is the gym is mainly used if you want to build your body in a specific form. If you're looking for fitness, you can do it from home only. Do 10 sit-ups, your legs will be good with time, right? Do couple of right stretchings, you will be physically fit. Focus on fitness and not the method which gets you fitness, right? So go and stretch and go and see how high I can reach. Go and clean all the walls. Go clean your bathroom. Go clean your, this one. Go help your mom to, we in South India, you are scraping the coconut, right? So go and help your mom to scrape that coconut. That is a good exercise for all your hands. If you have, you're using a lot of phone, go and scrape coconut. I'm telling you, your hand will be in best condition which you can, right? So don't see if it is yoga or gym. It's all marketing which you have fell into. At the end of the day, if you can stretch well, if you're fit enough, that is what your focus should be. All these yogas, okay, yoga is different. It's that some people have a spiritual twist to it, and some, yes, it's a good stretching thing. But make sure if you're getting into yoga, you have to take it from the right people. Don't go into that fashionable yoga. Don't get into that yoga, because that is just exercise that you can do anywhere in the ground also. You do push-up. One form of yoga has push-up included in it, right? So that's how you got to see. It is not which is better. It is what is right for you. If you're just looking for fitness, go and help your mom in cleaning the home. But you stretch and clean the home. When you're taking the broom, stretch and clean the room, right? Don't like this. Just stretch and clean the room. I'm telling you, you're going to have the best exercise. You keep doing it every day. Your mother is also happy. You're also happy. You're also fit. Everything is peaceful. Your family bond improves at the end of the day. Rather than going half an hour to the gym, going in there, getting people to see you, you're chit-chatting with your friend and doing a couple of exercise, there you're actually wasting time. That half an hour of time you start cleaning your room, obviously you will be completely fit and fine in the best possible way, right? See, Gitika, I hope I'm not demotivating you, but this is the best ways you can actually live life, right? If you really want more fun, get all your family outside, go for a walk. At least your family bonds increases, right? And that is how you build up relationships. Here, what a father will go to one gym, the girls will go to the girls' gym. And why you're splitting this family completely off? Come together, go for a group run, go for a walk, and build it up from Mama, come, let's go for a walk. And go for that walk. That is enough for you. Right? I hope, so I hope, Gitika, I've answered the question. Priyanka is asking how to stay positive in a very bad time. First of all, what I tell people is that see what is positive, hear what is positive, feel what is positive, smell what is positive, eat and taste what is positive. Many people I know see a lot of crap on TV. If you watch horror movie continuously on an every daily basis, now you have TV serials, I can sign and tell you, with time, you are going to build up fear. Right? I know so many people watching movies, they cry. Right? Every watching movie you're crying, you're emotionally getting bonded to that movie, that situation. So the universe or God will start to think that you are getting entertained in crying. So what is happening is that you like crying, you like watching crying movies. What is God and universe going to give you? More crying to do. So what you need to do is that see everything positive. There's a lot of crap being thrown onto you. You reach the news. I always tell people, now COVID is going on. I'm sure 80% of the people who I'm talking to right now is so involved in the numbers of the increase of the numbers that they're mentally gone and they'll be thinking that COVID is going to hit me also. Right? Every time, how much COVID? What is the number? India, how much it is? Oh, what is in my state? You're completely worried about that. Mentally, when you start becoming weak, it will slowly start hitting you physically. And physically, when it start hitting it, every COVID will hit you with time. Right? So the point here is see everything what is good, hear what is everything good, and start doing that. There are many songs now, singers like runners, they put music onto your head, right? and they run. But some motivational songs have so much of bad words in it. Why are you listening to those types of music? There is a great music. Most of the hip hop music has a lot of bad words. Like one of the music is one of the Akshay Kumar movie. It says "Me sharabi hu, me sharabi hu." Right? It's a really hip hop song. Or our great. There's a vodka song which I've heard. I don't know, char bottle vodka or something like that.
Char bottle vodka. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is when you constantly think about vodka, 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 when you are in depression or when you're in a bad state, you're going to have a vodka, right? So what's happened is listen to good stuff, listen to good music, peaceful music, right? So what you need to do is now let me come to Priyanka's question back again. Bad times are happening because you have done something bad in your life. That is why whatever is happening, you are completely responsible for it. So when something bad is happening, what mistakes did I do? What changes I need to make? What are the things which I need to improve on? Start working on that point of view and grow from there. Bad situation comes for everyone. But the point is, why am I in this bad situation and not anyone else? And start working up from there. And that bad situation will be an improvement for you, right? It could be anything. I don't know if you tell me what's the bad situation, I can tell you how to get out of it. But in general, every bad situation is something life trying to do. Shreya is asking, can we start fresh every day when you sleep and every morning you wake up? It is a fresh day and it's your birthday. See it from that point of view. Every day is a fresh start. Every day is a fresh day, right? Just a quick one. Okay, so next question is from Rajeshwari. Usually morning by 4 a.m. will start my walk and run. At that time, can we eat? Again, see, what you don't understand is that your body have been starving since the day you have eaten your dinner. So almost 8 hours, your body is starving. And then directly you go for a run, that will have a negative impact to you. So what I would suggest to you is that if you're usually starting your run by 4:45 a.m., try to get up early in the morning, little more by half an hour, drink a glass of water and have some small snacks to eat so that it gives you the energy to perform until that end of your run, right? So it's great because some people, I wake up, I directly go for the run. You have to have something, listen to some good music, or if you believe in God, listen to some godly prayers, and then suddenly go, wake up, brush your teeth, eat something, get some peaceful time with whatever you want to do, and then go for the walk. That's what I would recommend. But then it's your wish if your body can starve and run, but I don't think anybody can starve and run, right? Sunil is saying running makes me more and more positive, both physically. Yes, obviously when you run, your body reacts in a different way and gives you enough energy to take on going on, right? Sanjay, I suffered from stress reaction from of Tabata. What is Tabata? Oh my God, this is another technical word. I need to search in Google now. What is Tibaya? What is Tibaya? I have no idea what is Tibaya, guys. Tibaya is a game. I suffered from stress reaction from of Tibaya. Guys, I don't know what is Tibaya. So if you can explain me what's Tibaya, I can actually talk about it. Guys, don't put so much technical words. I'm not that of a technical guy. I try to make everything as simple as it can and as easy as it can so that people can understand life. Life is very simple. It's not complicated. Always remember that. My job is to tell you how life is simple. Priyanka is asking, any exercise good for being fit? As we all know, what is your comments over people who's behind getting this? How can we differentiate between being thin and fit? Okay. Again, being thin and being fat have nothing to do with fitness. Being thin and being fat have nothing to do with fitness. What is fitness is I can do whatever I want with my body to achieve what I need to achieve in life is a fit man. Fitness is whatever you can achieve with your body in the best possible way and that actually gives you to grow into your life, that is fitness. Don't think that being thin and being fat is fitness. Fitness has no relationship with it, right? So what you need to do is that it's not any good exercise again. As I said, the best exercise is cleaning home in the best stretching way. I know many people can't take this concept because everyone is so pumped up into the gym, pumped up into the shortcuts, pumped up into this, marketed into various short diets. If you eat right, if you do your stuffs right, I'm telling you, you will be a fit person. Focus on that and not with regards to that. A good exercise, see everything what is good, do everything what is good, eat everything what is good. That is a good exercise itself. Don't think that even moving your hand is exercise, right? Don't sit too much, right? Now, if you're sitting on a bench too much, you need to stretch based on that. If that is not done, obviously your shoulder will go or your hands are going to go, right? So again, I told the difference, how to differentiate between thin and fit. Fit is your body have certain jobs to do in life. If you can do it in the best possible way on your top of your performance, you are, for me, fit. I hope I've answered that question, right? So Priyanka, good. So running minds me that I'm capable of so much more than I have ever imagined. Running makes me happy. I'm so happy attending this session about this run topic. All thanks to God for that. And really work on from that, right? So Blue Lady is happy. This is really cool. Deek, the way answers each question is really cool and makes sense. All thanks to God for that. Okay. So what's your answer? How are you answering all these questions? What is the secret? Guys, don't ask me that question only. Ask me every other question. Oh, I think Karthik went and came in. Okay. Don't ask me ask me every question other than how I'm answering. Even I have no idea how I'm answering these questions. Like on Monday, I do this Ask Deek show where people ask me random questions from walk of life and I reply. So that's what I do. All my sessions, if you go and see all my sessions, it's all instant question answer session. People ask the question, I give the reply in the best possible way. Don't ask me that one question. Ask me any other question from birth to death, but please not that, because I also don't have a clear idea of how I'm answering all these questions, right? Blue Lady, the way you answer, all thanks to God. Thank you very much. Nice tips. I need to ask this. I have a crush on one girl. Come on. What is, when I expressed this to her, she rejected. How can I get over this thinking? First of all, think that there is many girls in this world. Okay, the population is very high. Don't be worried about the population problem, right? The enough girls are being produced, enough guys are also being produced in this world. Get that point clear. And the other thing is, you have a crush on the girl and now she has rejected and you're still loving her. I call it celebrity love, right? You know you can never get Deepika Padukone. I can sign and tell you, the Ranveer Singh has already taken her. So the point here is that accept the truth. There is someone much more worthy of you. Because she didn't understand you're worthy, because she didn't understand who you truly are, that is why Shiridi, be happy. Maybe there is some other better girl who's getting ready for you. What I normally tell people is that be someone first, then go after someone, so that you can attract that person who you have become. Some people go for early marriage, early relationships because I call it the gap filling, right? So gap filling means you don't get the love from the mother, father. You want to get that love from a guy or a girl. You go propose, get into the relationship. You don't get the attention from your friends. You get this boy or girl giving you all the attention. You go hook up. You didn't get the care from your father. My father, you have this, or brother. You have this man who gives you all this care and love. This is gap filling love. This is not true love. Many people misunderstand what true love is, right? And they fall into this. What I tell is, just be someone. Be that doctor, or be that IAS officer, or be that engineer, or be that businessman. When you become that, your energy is different. You're going to attract the other person who's going to make you grow, right? So, rejection is a part of life. Try to learn how to manage rejection, because at the end of the day, people reject you because they are not worth for you. Get this point very clear. People reject you because they are not worth for you. It is not because you're not worth for them. The day when you start seeing this from that point of view, every rejection you're going to laugh at. She doesn't know my worth. When one time comes, when I be that man who I'm supposed to be, that time she might realize that is my worth, right? Sanjay is saying that stress reaction of, what is tibia? Pain in the shin area during running. I have guys. I'm not okay. So now this is too technical. If you tell me more, I need to search the whole thing and come up with that. Okay, pain on the shin area where during running. Yes, see now pain on the shin area. There could be two main reasons here, right? One is because of pure inflammation. When you have an inflammation on any of your this one, and when you over stress your leg or that concerned muscles with that regards, obviously it will have issues. So if you think that by resting your shin is all good, give that required rest as it needs. So because guys, when you overdo with your body is going to hit you back. Body can only tell you by giving you pain. Body can only tell you by getting you what do you say, a negative feedback to get that thing going on, right? So I hope I've answered that question here, right? So there you go, Karthik, you're getting more better feedbacks here, right? This is one of the best sessions.
Yes, I'm just seeing that.
Very nice tips. So all thanks to God, guys. You should actually thank Karthik for organizing this session, because he was always worried how many people will come and how many people won't come. I was like, if there's him and one person, I'm going to talk. As long as we can give value to one person, if that one person understands positivity, his family gets positivity. Whoever gets married to in future, that family gets positivity. Slowly, the society gets positivity. Slowly, the country becomes positive. Slowly, the world becomes positive. That is just my small mission, to make this world a positive place in the best possible way, completely free. We don't want anything in return from. Actually, we don't want even thank you, because if you have understood positivity, go ahead, spread the positivity in whichever way you can and make your family positive. If each family works on making their family positive, I'm telling you, the whole world will be forced to become positive. I hope that is a quick one. Now, what's Priyanka saying? Yeah, Priyanka has come with another one. Although I stay positive sometimes, when negative intentions come through either friend, family, how to overcome that? Let's say betrayal by a friend, though I have done good to them. Okay, so this is so many 2-3 questions Priyanka has asked together. First, let me get the question. How to stay positive when a negative intention comes through either a friend or a family? When you say family, mother, father, like it's more related to trust issues, and with that regards. When you say family, mother, father, trust them 100%. Husband and wife, trust them 100%. Brother, sister until marriage, and your children's until marriage, because after marriage there are chances they will change. So don't give complete trust on those people. Everyone else can betray you with time. So brother, sister after marriage, your children's after marriage, and every other outsiders with time can betray you, because their surroundings begin to change and it starts working against you. Right? I'm just muting you. Right? So what you need to understand here is when you talk about betrayal, what you need to understand is that people betray you because you allow them to betray you. If you go and trust a robber, the robber is just going to be a very close friend of yours. When he sees the gold, he's going to take that gold and run away. So, who betrayed you? Did that person betray you, or you allowed that person to betray because you trusted a robber? Right? So, and some people comment, and can I give one more chance? Right? These questions come to me, right? They have done this thing. Can they give one more chance? Yes, you can give a one more chance, but don't fall for the word, fall for the actions and observe their actions if they've changed or not. 90% of people won't change. 5% genuine person, when they realize they will change, give them the second chance and go further. Now, you have done good to your friends and now they've betrayed you. My thing, what I say is that no one in the world can ever control your emotions when you do things what you love doing and don't expect anything in return. I'm doing this talk. I'm not expecting anything in return. Can you control me? No. I'm doing this talk. I don't want positive feedback or negative feedback. Can you control me? No. But then if someone gives me a bad feedback, I feel bad about it. What's going to happen? It's going to affect my talk. It's going to affect my feeling. It's going to emotion. So you have become a good friend. Full stop. You have become a good wife. Full stop. You are a good husband. Full stop. You are a good son. Full stop. Don't expect anything in return. That is when you go above all your emotional feelings. That is when you go above all your thought processes and become in full control. So when people have betrayed you, you have done your best. Betrayal is an experience for you. Don't go and be their friend again, because they're going to betray you again. But I have done my duty of a good friend. Find satisfaction in that. And that is all matters at the end of the day. As I said, when you leave this world, God or universe or whatever, non-believer or believer, or whatever your religion, your belief is, will only ask you one question. If you were a good human being, if you're a good friend, if you're a good son, if you're a good daughter, and the list goes on. It is all about you and not the friend who betrayed you. I hope I've answered that question, Priyanka. That's it. Questions done. So I don't know, guys, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask anything and everything with that regards, or literally anything. I tell people you can ask me any question between birth and death. Now is the serious things coming in. People are talking betrayal of friends, how to overcome that. One guy has gone with the breakup stuff. Someone rejected that. Feel free to ask. I am here. You can use me whichever way you want. As I always tell people, meet me once, clear all your doubts, then forget me. I'm not here to hook you to sell anything. I'm not here to hook you to make a name of fame. My objective is to clear your doubts. And once your doubt is cleared, you don't need me or you don't need any other motivators in the world, because you will be self-motivated. And that is what my main mission is, to make people self-motivated so that they don't fall into other marketing stuffs. They don't fall into other stuffs which will actually, misdirect them in the best possible way, right? So, Karthik, I all leave it to you. There's no more questions. I
Yes,
don't see any more. If you have any questions, feel free to
yes.
ask me. You have a question?
Yeah, we'll take it offline, not this year. We will take
He
it
wants
offline,
it
not this year.
offline. So now he knows truly what okay, there's this rock star have asked a question. When I get more than 10 problems at the same time, okay, let me take that question. When I now it's getting interesting. Now only people understood. Priyanka, I will answer all the questions until Karthik tells me to stop, or I'm going to answer. Maximum, I've talked 5 hours continuously, right? The longest talk I've done with small breaks is 8 hours continuously in a day. So the problem is that you will be exhausted asking questions. That's what the problem is going to be, right? Now, so okay, Girish, I will come back to that. Rockstar, when I get more than 10 problems at the same time, I'm broken at a huge due to some reason of small mistakes I made somewhere, and mind is pushed to a dangerous situation on what to do. First of all, why are you getting 10 problems together? Maybe you're doing 10 problems in your life. That is why you're getting 10 problems. Fix the most important problem first and solve that most important and the most urgent problem first, and go in that order. That automatically your mind will calm down. Because sometimes what happens is that when you have 10 problems, you think all the problems are equal. You think all the problems are same. So stop doing that. When you have 10 problems, see which is the most important one which I need to solve. Solve that first and then work it on that descending order. And I think you will calm down automatically with time. How long you're going to answer my question? Priyanka, I'm going to answer as long as you ask me, as I already told you. Girish is asking about, as you said, gap love, how to get rid of it. First, you got to love yourself. Second thing is you got to love your parents or your family and see that love. Because when you love yourself, you don't need a third person or second person or whatever it is. So love yourself, go focus on your dream, go focus on your goal, be someone first. So you're so powerful that you can select your love rather than going after one love, which 99% would reject you with time, right? That's it. Jana Gana Mana. No more questions now, right? So, as you know, as long as Karthik says stop, I'll continue. Or else, as long as the questions stop, I think Priyanka has a You stop. Okay. Karthik just put the stop button here. So, guys, we were expecting only 1 hour. I told Karthik, like, I have no idea how long this is going to go. So it was good. We took it for this long. It was quite an interesting talk at the end of the day. I would like to thank Karthik and everyone who have participated for this. I hope you have learned a lot. And whatever you have learned, make sure you share it to the world in my name or your name. Doesn't make any difference. Let that positivity spread in the best possible way so that slowly people understand. Because positivity is completely free. It's only marketing which makes it expensive, right? So make sure. And as I said, life is very simple. It's not complicated. I've talked to thousands of people. They all tell me I have depression. At the end, I prove them that they don't are not even close to depression, right? So guys, as I said, life is easy. Don't complicate it. And everything what life is giving you a negative experience is something life tried to teach you. Make sure you take the teaching lesson, and then every teacher starts being positive. That's it from my side. It was a pleasure, everyone, for being a part of the show. I will hand it over to Karthik to do whatever he wants to do, the closing ceremony or whatever he wants to do it. And hopefully, you can always follow me in whichever social media you want to, but learn from me and then unfollow me, because I don't want you to hook up for me on a long time, because then you see me as entertainment, which most of the motivating is doing right now. All the motivation have moved into entertainment now. So don't fall into that things and work it up from that way. Right, Priyanka, there you have another feedback. Thank you, Deek, Karthik, bro. I request you to make this session at least once in a month or on a blue moon. So there you go. Karthik, you have a new job to do it once in a month now. Okay.
Sure, we can do that, not an issue. Sure.
Yeah, I will hand it over to Karthik. Yeah, and Priyanka, I do these shows on a weekly basis also. I have 4 shows which I do every 5 o'clock. Most of my shows happen at my 5 o'clock. It's on my YouTube or my Instagram. Feel free to be a part of it if you like it, right? So yeah, I'll hand it over to Karthik now.
Yeah. So actually, I really thank Deek Parassini for joining this live session, and it was really a glad one, and the feedback was really great. And those who don't know Deek, I would like to give a small introduction about him, because some have joined late also. So Deek Parassini believes that life is all positivity and negativity doesn't exist. Give him a few minutes of your time and he'll prove it to you, as he proved it right now. Deek is very passionate, energetic, and frank in his interactions. He has talked to thousands of people of various age groups and tested their lives with positivity, as he did now. You can experience that. Majority of his sessions are question answer session format, and he believes that whatever the motivation gives to people, if their core problems, doubts are not solved, then no motivation can help them. He understands the core and gives a positive solution that shifts their life into a positive direction. He has something about his education. He has MSc in Business Psychology from Heriot-Watt University, UK, and MBA in Marketing and Finance, Birla Institute of Technology, India, and Bachelor of Science in Business, Mountain State University, USA. He has over 16 years of work experience in marketing, sales, engineering, and psychology. It gives him a wide-spanning experience to perform deep missions to serve the world by infusing positivity in life, as he did now. His straightforward and frank approach keeps the audience engaged, and he leaves you with a vital information close to life and easy to implement, which will make you a positive human being at the end of the session. I will be sharing further information about the Deek in the group and the WhatsApp group link also, if Deek sends me. And thanks a lot, Deek, for joining in. I'll be sharing you the feedback responses as soon as possible. And thanks a lot. Have a great day ahead. And thank you, all the participants.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So see you guys maybe some other time, or whenever Karthik decides to bring me back.
Yeah,
for sure.
We can also schedule it once in a month. If Deek permits, we can also schedule it once in a month.
Yeah, fine. Perfect. All thanks to God, and keep spreading positivity in the best possible way. We are signing out. We are going to close this show. So thank you, everyone. So Karthik, I'm going to close it.
Yeah, sure.
You can stay online. You can stay online, okay?